Hello everybody, today marks a special day in the development of the Gotenks account. Today, as I'm recording, this is June 30th. Videos, I should be having it come out July 1st. That is exactly half a year, exactly 6 months on the account, and completely free. And we're going to be reviewing the milestones, where I'm at after this amount of time. 1.8 million GP. I'm getting top in fleet. Like, I'm not getting exactly one, but I'm getting around there. Top 200 in Squad Arena, which is pretty decent. And this fleet, this shard has been like Supreme Leader Kylo Ren at the top since basically the very beginning. Because when I joined it, it was like there's still a lot of players that had joined early that got that bundle at the end of 2023. And then more so got it. So we got a lot of Supreme Leader Kylo's, Rey's. I haven't seen any like Leia's, Jabba, any other GLs other than those. And then for fleet, so this is just, I mean, if you've been keeping up with it, you'd notice this too. But if someone's just watching 6 months, I want to give a touch point. So we have 2 profundities now. This one just popped up today. And that's kind of crazy. 2 profundities already at 6 months. That's insane. The rest of the shard is pretty flooded with negotiators. I am like the only 5-star negotiator anywhere in there. So yeah, right here, 5 stars. But all the negotiators are pretty, I think this guy might have actually updated his a little bit. Most of them are R flat, R5, R3 from that negotiator pack, and they don't have 6-dot mods. So they're not like super optimized. And until it's like an R8 Kenobi 6-dot mods, the negotiator isn't faster than all the other Galactic Republic ships. So I'm able to win most matches that I play in Fleet Arena just by going first and hitting their Anakin with my Ahsoka, and then maybe with AoE for my Anakin. It's pretty fast. 194. I got an R5 Ahsoka. And then the other negotiator tries to do this save the move, the unending loyalty instead of the AoE, and then I'm able to pretty much take it away from there. I do have one more battle, and I already have my payout. Let me just claim all this stuff. I got a bunch of stuff coming in from the day in my inbox. I'll do that, and then I'll just do a battle. So yeah, from Grand Arena, I'm in Carbonite 1. I was in Bronzium for 3v3, fell out. I got 3rd today, and Fleet, that's still really good. We got like 20 watt shards yesterday. But yeah, here is the... Actually, I need to go over here for this. It's better to see. We got 25 stars in Darkside GeoTV. Now, when I joined the guild, I joined the weakest guild in my main account's alliance. So the guild was like 170 million. When I came in, they were getting like 14 stars in this. And we were 170 million GP. Now we're like 215. I'm getting 25 because I'm the TB officer. I know how to approach it and stuff. And the big value you can add as like a brand new player to a guild is you participate. You're getting raid tickets. If you have knowledge, I mean that's unfair in my example because I'm a multi-year veteran, so I know what's going on. So I can add expertise to that. But just being active is valuable. This is what's been allowing me to get negotiator in a pretty quick time. I got it in like 5 months, a little over 5 months. Maybe a little under 5 months, actually. These rewards here, a lot of these pieces aren't exactly blowing me away. This piece, I hate this piece. It's not even like the good half of it. But still, something. 600 crystals, fantastic. I just added a lot of crystals right at the beginning of this video. And I'll show the rest of my roster in a second, but I just want to do a fleet battle. So Burger King of Agmar, pretty hopeless. Do Limac, and I'm gonna forfeit if I start to win because my payout just finished. That's just kind of bad manners to do. So yeah, I'll just see if it works. It's not 100%. It's like 80, 75 to 80%. I can win because I do have faster ships. That is within my control. I can't 7-star negotiator super fast without spending any money. But I can get these ships faster. 6-star mods are a big thing. I think that will trigger the unending loyalty move as opposed to the... Oh, there's like, there's something I didn't want to happen. That put me in a bad situation. They triggered my Anakin. I had to attack. I didn't want to, but I had no choice. Had to hit Houndstooth. Houndstooth fell under 100% health, and then their Anakin got ticked off, killed my Ahsoka. So that is bad. Like, I just didn't want to hit it. That's a good step that they used that move instead, but it... Okay, Anakin is not dazed. That's also bad. My Anakin is going to hurt. If I can put buff immunity here, that's good. I might be able to recover. And looks like I will be able to. So I'm not going to... I would normally use this move, but I'm not going to. I can kill Anakin. So even in a bad situation, there's a lot of things you can do. So now I'm 3-2, and I have a tank in there. I have my key tank and my key damage dealer, so I should be in a pretty good spot here. You jerk. My boss is 7 stars finally. I'm going to bring in 5s just so I can dispel. My 5 is gear 12 plus 4, I think. Like he has 4 gear pieces added. Okay, yeah, so not going to get the assist, but I do want the Valor. And, yep. So they're pretty messy. No two are exactly alike, pretty much. The easiest case is everyone I have is alive. I trigger that. Okay, I'm going to stop. This is definitely an easy win. From here, I keep everyone alive. I trigger them not using their AoE mass assist, and then I can pretty much take them from there. If Anakin survives, pretty much good. Pretty much good. I guess I should join this just while I'm here. But let's finally look at the roster. If you have never looked at this account, then you're probably like, what the heck do you have? So here is the main view of my roster. These are favorites. I can just sort by power for now, just to show what I have at the top. 5 relic characters. Anakin is 7. It's the highest. And a bunch of relic 5s. Savage is looking pretty weak compared to the rest, but ooh, I can apply this piece now. So Bosca recently finished off, and I started doing extra refreshes on him towards the end. Because I was able to afford it just to refresh 1 or 2 character nodes. I got to 7-star. He is going to be a relic target. Him and Yoda are both relic targets for my next relic, but they are not competing with each other for resources at all. So Bosk needs that Kyrotech piece. Yoda needs the other one. Then I'll just need more of these. So I can get them both almost simultaneously. I got +5 there, +5 on Yoda. Yoda really takes off once he gets relics. Before relics, he's a little bit weaker, flimsier, doesn't have as much offense. So I'm looking forward to getting him there. And like I said, not really competing. Like, no overlapping pieces. This isn't the same finisher that Bosk needs. Doesn't need the same Gear 12 piece. And this. So those two will be coming relatively shortly. I wouldn't be surprised if it's by the end of this week. So Kyrotechs have been used on Gear 13 characters, and then a few select newer characters that require Kyrotech before Gear 12 have gotten some. Rex has gotten 1 piece, and he's nice because 2 out of his 3 Kyrotech pieces are at Gear 11. So you can get all the way to Gear 11 just applying 1. It gives him a lot of extra protection and some stats. So he's a lot more survivable. Bad Batch has been getting them. However, I've been doing so well in Fleet, I don't need to. I can take my foot off the gas with Bad Batch, because they do need tons of Kyrotech. That's one of the abnormal things I'm doing compared to a lot of newer accounts. Going for Marauder so early, and the ship is almost completely farmed. I have the pilots farmed all the way to 7 stars. Tech is not level 85 yet. I don't think I can afford to take them to 85 yet. But they're all Kyro gated. Kind of neglected Omega. Got Echo to 4 stars, but he doesn't affect the ship. And I do have Hunters Zeta just to help them out. Bounty Hunters, I have a little bit of investment in all of them. It's enough to let me get through like credit heists and galactic bounties. Kind of really, I was able to unlock Chewbacca 5 stars. Really low level of assault battle. I'm going to be going for Imperial Troopers with that. But Phoenix was the team I started out with on this account. Where is the? I'm blind. Okay. So Phoenix. I have 3 of them at Gear 12 now. I added a piece to Hera. I added this piece specifically because of its utility. Lots of extra health, and she needs it. If I'm going to get through Secrets and Shadows. That's a more challenging one. I'm using these 5. I'm not using Sabine or Ezra. But Zeb is awesome right now, just how much he assists and stuns. And I have some raid currency for if anything is popping up. He is another character I'm trying to get to Gear 12 right now. So that piece will get me pretty close. Not quite there. And that's a big thing. Like getting in a guild that just actively gets a lot of tickets. You don't need to get super high in whatever the new raid is. You just need to be getting... I don't know. You could even be doing one of the older raids. I don't care about the Mark III currency, just the Mark II and the Mark I, which max out pretty fast. Those are huge. And then the more raid tickets you're getting, the better. So yeah, Phoenix have been awesome. They've been amazing in normal conquest. They pretty much carried me through them as well as Jedi, but Phoenix were better. Their mechanics are just so good within a conquest situation because you got all these data discs, which add to their power. Jedi, I have Jedi Knight Revan, 2 Zetas, not quite 3 yet. I have Qui-Gon Jinn Omi. Plo Koon's built up to 11, Gear 11 just because of ships. Juhani, I did, since she's in Galactic War Store, super easy. So I was farming her and trying to work towards unlocking Darth Revan. And Darth Revan only requires 1 hard node farm now. So, okay, I'm just looking at Jedi now. But I'll look at a little bit at the other stuff I'm working on for Darth Revan. I had a video earlier trying to unlock Jedi Knight Revan with the minimum gear. You could do it a little bit less on Jolie, but I had barely anything on the other Old Republic Bastille Gear 9. She was really useful early game, and I got her to level 74 just to finish off her leadership other than the Zeta. Because I didn't want to use the Zeta because I knew I was going to go for Jedi Knight Revan. And that was helpful Galactic War early, and that's a big deal. I don't know how fast it's going to move now that they accelerated things, but you still, I think you need to clear Galactic War 50 times to sim it, unless they change that. But I kind of doubt it. All the other high developments here are for ships, except Yoda. But Mace, I was using Endurance for the longest time. Ahsoka and Anakin. Anakin is a complete dud until you actually get relics on him, or at least Gear 12 plus some pieces, because he doesn't have any armor pen. But once you get to that point, him and his ship are both beasts, and I'm so glad that his ship is now farmable. Let's look at Sith. That's another thing. Working on Savage Opress Omicron. Palpatine and Vader have been really helpful. They were helpful early on. They're great for galactic challenges, honestly, because there's a lot that force you to do damage over time. And Bastille Shan's the only hard node farm now, so I'm farming her. And also hitting Karth and Canderous in the Cantina. So that'll come when it comes. Also farming Nihilus. The squads I'm farming right now actively are right here. I just have some tabs instead of it just being favorites. Because I have other reasons to have favorites, building up gear and stuff. So Piet's almost done. Django and Wrecker for the corresponding ship that's on their node. Houndstooth here and the Galactic Republic Y-Wing here. So they've been maxed themselves for a while, but I still got to keep farming them. Range, I'm trying to double up that node now because he's very integral to assault battles. And Colonel Stark in his shipments is good for that. Nihilus is also an assault battles thing that I'm interested in him. I am interested for ships in RJ just because she makes Empire so much better. But until she's 7 stars, can't really use her in assault battles or anything. Starting to think of what I need to add to my farming list soon. Droideka is not because I care about Droideka, but because I care about Cad Bane's ship, 3PO and Chewie for a CLS team. I could go for CLS soon, but I wouldn't really get anything out of it, which is why I've really dragged my feet. So I have Chewie and Han, but I am clearing the Rebel assault battle with just Phoenix. And in Grand Arena, I am really limited on teams in Carbonite, or how many I can use. I already have more than enough because I can only do 3 offense, 3 defense. Or you could, if you fail on offense, you use more. But I'm not getting anything in particular out of them. and I haven't really need them for conquest. So dragging my feet on them. They don't require, but I have the characters farmed. Like I got Leia, Han, Old Ben, Luke. So it's just a matter of giving them a little bit of gear. But I'm just dragging my feet because I don't really need to right now. And that's going to have an impact on how I do my farming guides, and I'm sure a lot of it will be controversial, like don't worry about CLS super fast. I unlocked Padme, haven't done a single thing with her. She gets Cairo gated at gear 8, and in Grand Arena, which is my main concern, I'm using Qui-Gon lead, and she doesn't do anything for ships, so those are some things I've just learned from having the hands-on play with it. For first GL, I'm still probably going to go with Leia, just because Jabba requires CL or Jedi Luke, but I might go Leia then Jabba. But I'm not exactly focused on that just yet. What else do I have on the roster? Oh, Geonosians. So I have some Geos. I kind of stopped developing them after a point. And I don't know how integral they're going to be in the new path going forward, because your Empire fleet is going to be great for the Dark Side Fleet Challenge. But Geonosians, I needed to build them up somewhat for that. And then Geonosian Brute Alpha is just such a good character. It is a good defensive team for me. I mean, 2 gear 10s, 2 gear 9s, gear 11. But I stopped developing them a long time ago. Right now, I'm focused just on assault. You gotta take care of your fleets first. That's your main priority. I mean, I'm free to play, and all fleet shards are flooded with lightspeed bundles now, including negotiators. And I'm still ending at rank 2 or 3 every day now. So that is so important. That many crystals each day is crazy. Next, you gotta focus on assault battles. And this is once you have like a basic foundation, like you're able to do galactic war and stuff, you know. So I'm working on assault battles now. I have 2 out of 6 challenge tiers done that I'm going for. I'm not going for Inquisitor challenge tiers because you need them so developed that you're never gonna make the payoff point at that. Like, if that makes sense. Like, you have to put so many chirotechs into them, and it's not worth it for a brand new account unless you have other targets with it. So that's what I'm not worrying about. However, Imperial Troopers, I'm actually starting to put real work into them. I have Piet Zeta. Veers might get a Zeta next soon. But the mandatory components for assault battles, Veers and Piet are very clear. Range is pretty clear in there. Colonel Stark is pretty important. I'm going to try around with Dark Trooper, but I think it'll be a lot of RNG. He's kind of flimsy. I've seen it done with Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper's an automatic farm from like Bronze Impact, so you don't have to worry about actually farming him. I'm seeing people use Death Trooper, but I want to get it done with Dark Trooper just because he's good PvP, and if I can have it, my cake and eat it too there, I'm going to do it. So this is the target group. And except for range, they're pretty close to being done. Colonel Stark is really fast, so that's why I'm doubling up range. So it's very important. I do Versio, mainly just a concern for ships. Her ship is really good. I am farming it. But my main focus was Galactic Republic ships. I do have Chimera 5-star, and I unlocked that with these Rebel ships, which are even a little bit weaker. So I only used 3, Biggs, Phantom, and Ghost, to unlock it 5 stars. I had 6 stars on Ghost at the time. Hera wasn't gear 12. Kanan wasn't gear 12. So it was a little bit weaker. A minimal investment on Biggs. I got him to gear 9, but he's level 73. And Home 1 is just a joke of development. Level 1 everything. Akbar has some mods even. That's level 50, gear 6. So I was just trying not to waste or like overinvest in anything I don't have to. But this is enough to get me Chimera, and that's going to be taking a lot of my fleet investment going forward. And now that I can farm TIE Bomber with Galactic Republic currency, or Galactic War currency, I'm going to start TIE Fighter, TIE Advance, TIE Bomber, have TIE Defender and reinforcements. And I don't have TIE Interceptor, but that's still going to be pretty good early game. And then, of course, Galactic Republic is the crowning jewel of my fleet. Negotiators looking great. Endurance, I even developed a large amount too. Which, I mean, it's got one of the best ultimates in the game. It's not like a Annihilate. Like, I'm not going to read it all, but just look at all this stuff it does. Survivability, offense, It's just great. So that's the fleet I have on defense right now in Grand Arena. Marauders coming along, 72 out of 100. That is pretty good. 22 out of 100 Collector or the Y-Wing. And a lot of the good things about Marauder are gated behind late abilities. Like the Bad Batch buff, you need Wrecker to Gear 11. Once they're all to Gear 11, they're going to have all the abilities available. But these pieces are really tough to come by. So that has been a big strain on the account. It's just going to happen slowly but surely. But, I mean, the fleet doesn't have too much more need to do. Anakin's abilities are maxed. Ahsoka's are maxed. 5's, 2 out of 3 are maxed. He's not the basic. But he's more of a just reinforcement now. Plo Koon's mostly maxed. Reinforcement ability. Just not the basic, because it's not a damage dealer. You got to evaluate everything based on value. What are you getting out of this before you do anything? But I think the way to go is going to be Galactic Republic for early. Or it's kind of hard to gauge. I don't know if level 85 happens so fast, or you level up so fast now that you only want to do Empire ships until you get that 5-star Executrix and the Fleet Challenge, and then you go Galactic Republic Fleet. But Galactic Republic Fleet is going to be your strongest option. And you probably don't even want to worry about GOs. And like, I mean, the Phoenix ships as well, you don't want to have to worry, you don't want to worry about those either. That was just like, when I started the account, they weren't giving out all these free good ships, you know. So that's most of the overview of the account. I'm trying to see what else we have. 5's was early development just because of fleet. I didn't care about what he could do on land. He didn't have a team. Now I throw him with Bad Batch, but he didn't have a team. Yeah, Bounty Hunters a little bit. Thrawns. I want to work on Wampa, so I got him to level 85. Once I finish 7 stars, can look more at the Zeta and the Omicron. Target, I'm trying to get maybe 2 Zetas from now. I'll give it to him. Some people say her, it's not anywhere in the kit, but I'll give it to Wampa, and then hopefully I have the Omicron ready. Because right now I just have 16, and they're slow coming on an account this young. It really is slow. Yeah, that's most of it. I mean, there's a bunch of random little stuff that I maybe used briefly when the account was brand new, but that is my account currently. Let's see if there's any kind of gameplay I can find to do. So I wanted to do just like a little Contraband Cargo. Maybe I'll do a squad arena battle. But these are some of the little events that it's hard to like cover in any kind of guide, but they are important to like get to do. So I'm on the second to last tier, and I just got Houndstooth available to do, which allows me to go up to this tier instead of the one there's just down below it. Actually, I think I wanted to start like this so I could get Valor on everybody. Houndstooth makes it easy. For the longest time, it was just Phoenix ships. Once I kind of rushed my way to a 4-star unlock of Slave 1 so I could do one of the earlier tiers, but you're going to get your... What is it? Your prestige, a little bit of fleet credits, just ability mats. It's just a nice little extra event. So casting a Y net, it only allows cargo ships, so that's why these are the only ones allowed. It's not a ton of cargo ships in the game. Phoenix ships are, I mean, obviously Boba Fett and Bosk. Millennium Falcon is one, but that's a harder unlock. I think Outrider is. You just get a little bit of rewards here and there. Time to force the taunt on Houndstooth. Don't like that buff immunity on Phantom, but I don't expect to. Oh. Now that it's a Gear 12 base, that special is actually hitting pretty hard. That's why I'm using Mace here and not like... You may think Akbar because Rebels, but Mace is a good generalist ship, and it's my most developed one. Let's keep the taunt going. What's so good about Mace too, you can put Valor on anyone, so like anyone taking a turn is accelerating the capital ship. And now I can do one of the best ultimates we have. Look at all this protection up. They are not going to touch us. And there we go. I already did it once earlier today. I've been trying to save little events like this to do. But 15, that's nice. These reinforcement abilities. Some ship shards. This, I was already talking about those being scarce. So I just shove those into the videos when I can. Let's do Squad Arena, and Jedi is the faction I have relic the most. So that's the one I'm using. I've been opting for Ahsoka instead of Mace, because Mace gets himself killed pretty easily. And I want GK to taunt, not Mace. It also, Ahsoka gets a lot more powerful when Anakin and GK are around. They all kind of work off each other. So it's a fun team to use. I'd rather just go for the kill instead of spreading. Ooh. You can do it, GK. Ah, there we go. But Revan Lead's a lot of fun. Darth Revan Lead will be even more fun. And now I feel good about spreading that out. And I want to get to Padme when I can. For this upcoming conquest, it's going to happen. I don't know when it's happening, but I'll be trying to do a video for each sector now that I know I can do it. Can get through. I did Easy Conquest, I think twice, and it really was just a walk in the park. Maybe I did it 3 times, but once I had 2 pretty developed teams, Phoenix, and once I unlocked Jedi and Revan is when I started doing it. It seems to go a lot better. You just need 2 or 3 good teams, and you just need to win. You don't need to worry about feats if you're doing normal conquest. Especially, like, if you're doing normal, you should be an account that's like under 4 million. And your concern should just be to win the battles, get the key cards, or the 3 key cards from each battle, and get that conquest currency that you get. There you go. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good 6 months overview of my account. Where I'm going from here, like I said, still working on assault battles. First Galactic Legend is going to be something I think about. I guess I can just talk about my shipment habits. So I always try to buy the ones for credits. Even though I'm not really credit rich, it's still something good to do. I ignore weekly shipments pretty much. This, now that I have all the characters I really want for the present, I just buy either the shipbuilding materials or something I already have to get charge up currency. With this currency, I think the best value is these top 2. It's better, like, don't buy like core gear and the like don't buy Carbantes unless you really need to, because these are really expensive with raid currency, but they're less expensive with that. Or you get some of these lower pieces that you need a lot of, and it's a lot. It's a good bargain. 100 for 10 of those. Go through buy. I don't have a pressing need for this. I'm just letting it pile up. This for going to gear 13, and then whatever. This currency goes so fast every single time. Squad Arena, buying Prestige, since I don't have any other characters I'm really working on. There are things, like, I need to get HK, but he's something I can do really fast. Galactic War currency is going to be extremely valuable and pulled in so many different ways. Just add Hera, a lot of good new ships. You know, they added Grief and Mando. That is fantastic. I finished them right before this came out, but those are great drops. Same with Juhani. Ignore the mod store. It's not worth it. Fleet store. I am buying Zetas, but like still looking for rare characters and ships I still need. Still hitting up Razor Crest, General Grievous, even though I don't plan on using them anytime soon. They're so slow. I got them anyway. But I finished a lot of them. Vader's ship. I'm still running Boba Fett's ship there. This I'm only using on Negotiator for that. There we go, 15. Not quite enough to get to 6-star. So, but maybe after a couple TWs I'll be able to do that. And then that currency, get 1. I'm trying to use it on Wampa now. So slow. Early I used it a lot on gear and then some shards, just because it was more immediate use. This currency is for Kyrotech only, exclusively. This is for purple pieces that are only gear 12 purple pieces, not like lower. But if I really need it, I will. Not Datacrons, not Conquest, and ignore that. So, yeah. Now I think I'm actually done. So that has been the 6-month overview of this account. Very happy with it. It's been a lot of fun. I like having all the decisions to make, and it's not just automatic, oh, I gotta go for this new character or whatnot, which, like I do on my main account. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. And if you've been a new account or starting one soon, best of luck to you. All right, see ya.